maybe we'll talk about Kevin Owen. Kevin reminds me of me when I was young. I had an organization in Quebec where I was selling out all my arenas, the Spectacle Familial Jacques Rougeau. It was a family-orientated show. I had shows. There was 5,000 people in every show we had. And I only had like 8 shows a year. But I went and sold the tickets everywhere, and I went to see the companies, and I promised everybody you see on that card, the faces you see, they're going to be there for the show. And it was special for me. And Kevin, he wanted to learn something else. He was with me for 4 or 5 years. I taught him everything I knew in the business. What a great talent. As far as talent, great talent. My rule in my company was, you work for me, you don't work for anybody else. So that was how I protected my business. And then Kevin, he decided to leave. That was okay. The problem is the way he did it. I'm sure I don't need to get into that. So he came to my last press conference to announce a show that he was going to be there, which he never showed up, and he was already gone. And then from then on, he went to the WWF, who I had quite a few enemies in the office. Like, I left them. They didn't kick me out. I left them. And a lot of people held a grudge against me for leaving there. So a lot of the people in the office that were giving Kevin Owen a push, they were also putting him up to date on how I wasn't a good guy and how they were turning him against me. And they were having him go in promos. You could go into this, Devin, and I was hearing some stuff like, hey, Jacques, Kevin Owen just blasted you on one of the big shows, WWF. Like, yeah, I worked for Jacques Rougeau, but I didn't learn much. And we were working in a flea market. Can you believe that? School? And once in a while he'd show up. He's talking about me. Once in a while he'd show up. And that's when he was there. Sometimes he was there. Like, almost like he was insinuating that I wasn't straight. When he said that, it was like to myself, I said to myself, I never talked to that guy. I never did nothing. I never talked bad about him. But I said to myself, Kevin, there's a word in life that you're going to learn, and it's called karma. And what you send on other people, what you do to other people, it won't come back from the same people you did it to, but it's going to come back to you. And that's karma. And so I say to myself, to Kevin Owen, you're a great talent. You're a young pup. You were intimidated by some decisions you took, because you and me, we always got along good. Even the last night we were together, we shook hands. So from then on, if you decided to hate me and all turn against me, that was your business.